y'all, we are 10 weeks away from planting stuff outdoors, and I want to go over the things that I already planted 2 weeks ago and what I'm getting ready to start on wet paper towels at week 10. And also I'm going to start some strawberries and talk about some finds I found at the Dollar Tree. We got a lot to talk about today. This is what I started 2 weeks ago. I have some tomatoes, I have black pineapple, Cherokee purple, berries crazy, black beauty, big rainbow, Amish paste. I've got some Romas, pineapples, Dr. Witchies, bell peppers, terracotta, and Roma tomatoes. I started a little row of hardy hibiscus from the seeds I took from my plants last year. I've got my little coleus plants, some broccoli, cauliflower. We've got, let's see, I've got yarrow and straw flower, marigolds, onions, artichokes. These are the artichokes. And I've got finally, what else? There was something else I started. Have to look at my tags here. The Cape gooseberries, I forgot about those. I started those. Those are the ones that had the citrusy flavor. They're a German variety. But that's what we got going. And I also had a thing of banana plants or banana trees. And, well, they're called, a lot of people refer to them as banana trees, but they're banana plants. And I separated those. Those were inside in one pot, and they were needing new fresh soil. So I separated those, put them in separate things. So they're getting their light and their fresh soil. And I also started some strawberries. Y'all, I had to talk to you about these strawberries. Or the strawberry planters. So I looked on Temu and Amazon, and it was $50 for 7 rolls for a 7-tier kit. And I went to, it's a mess in here right now because I'm getting ready. Look at this. You better not be eating my dirt, dude. Look at there. You've been eating my dirt, haven't you? Yes, you have. But I went to the Dollar Tree and found these for $1.25 each. So it is way cheaper, like half the price of what I found online. But the only difference, these are only 3, whereas the ones that I got from Amazon have 4. And these also have holes in them, drain hose. So you have to drill your own drain hose in these, which I don't mind. So we'll get those started. And there's little markers here for me to put drain hose. So I just stacked 5 at a time. That's what I'm going to do so they don't topple over, and go ahead and drill some holes in these. All right. Hopefully this works. I might have to start out with a smaller drill bit, but if this doesn't work, I'm going to put it on the ground or on this. Ooh, it worked. Ooh, that went through good. See that? Yep, boy, I did 5 at one time. So, it's almost like those holes were meant to be. That's why they're like that. They're weakened, so it's meant for you to be able to drain through those easily. Okay, so when you do that, these are already meant to be popped through. So that's good. So I'll just make sure that those little things are pushed out. I really didn't even need that drill bit, honestly. But I am going to add an extra hole down the center part. And I might add a few holes in the middle. That way it adds a little bit more drainage, so the top tiers don't get overflowed with water, so they can make sure that everything's draining down and I don't flood my plants. just added that. And then just get them ready and stacked and start filling them with strawberries. I'll be right back. All right, I've got my holes in these. And honestly, you don't really need a drill bit because you just can pop through those holes. It's already pre-drilled on the sides, but you do need a drill bit if you're going to put holes in the center for that drainage. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about our strawberries. I did order an all seasons variety kit from burpee.com, and it had 3 different types of strawberries in there. They have a wide range, and I think the ones I got was a combination of June bearing and everbearing. But since I bought these, and I have more of these than what I ordered, because I ordered 75 plants off of the burpee.com website, but I went to Lowe's and got these 2 varieties. This is a June bearing sequoia, meaning that they only have like 1 big crop in June, and this is the everbearing variety, Ozark Beauty. So that way I'll have 1 big crop all at once, and then these right here will keep bearing fruit all throughout the summer. So I bought the 3 packs of those all together, and I've had them soaking in water. If you guys are going to get strawberries from a box store right now, I would go ahead and get them, because the longer they sit in the store in these bags, they're going to get dried out. So they just come out with them. I went ahead and snagged me up some. When you get them, you'll get a clump of like 10. This is a clump right here. And they were tied together with a rubber band. I just put them in some water. I didn't put a whole lot of water in there, just enough to, see, it's just barely dripping out. Just enough to get them good and livened up, like a fresh drink. But they look to be pretty good strawberries. It's got a good root system. There's 1, or is that 2? I can't tell. I'm going to take a clump and just lay them out and see if I need to pull them apart. There's 1. That's 2. There's a little one, 3. And another little one, 4. 5. 6, 7, 8. And this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is 2 together. They're kind of stuck together, but we'll pull them apart. So that's what those look like. And I do see some liveliness in those. So they're pretty good. I mean, considering $6, and you get 10 plants, and they're going to be blooming out all summer. So we'll get these put in their home. We'll start with this first one. Put some pot and soil in here. Just break it up, and I'm going to have a mess everywhere. There's dog fur. I gave my dogs a haircut yesterday, because, yeah, they needed it. Let's get this down a little bit. So we're just filling it full of, this is potting soil that I got at Lowe's. It's a huge bag. I think it was 2 cubic foot. It was in a blue bag. And it has fertilizer in here for 9 months. So that should get me through the entire strawberry growing season. Next year, I'll probably just set these pots outside through the winter months, and just so the plants can continue to get moisture. I don't know what I'll do, but that's probably what I end up doing. And let the strawberries go into dormancy and see if they come back or they spread. And then if they do, then I can, put a whole fresh thing of pot and soil in these. All right, whenever you plant strawberries, see that? There's a crown right here. That's the crown. Do not put that under dirt, because if you do, you're going to kill your plant. So you want to plant it with the dirt level right there, where the top of my finger is, down. Leave above my finger, above the soil, so you don't drown out your plant. So let's get the first one in. That's very important because you will kill it if you do it too deep in the soil. They do not like that crown going under. So let's put our roots down in there and fill around that crown, and then I'll show you what that looks like. I'll pat her in real good. Okay, first one is in, and it looks like a happy little camper. It's tucked in its bed. Let's look at it. Okay, you see that? That crown is above the soil level. So we want it just like that. Now we'll get the rest of them done in this tray and start on the second. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our first 3 planted. And now that we've got those planted, I'm gonna go ahead and stack this second tray over top the first, if I can get it lined up. So she looks like that. And then I'll get that second one filled and we'll be back. Okay, so what I'm doing to get these in easier is I've kind of left an indentation in the center, and I set these strawberry plants up like this, where they're just kind of like tucking your little baby into bed, and its crown's heads up and it's above that pillow level. And then I did that with all 3, and then I come in and backfill. See that, how perfectly that worked? And just fill that in. Do all 3 like that. Tuck them in. That way that crown is above level. And then you just fill in their leg space with the garden or pot and soil. All right. There, happy little strawberries. Now, these strawberries I am going to keep in my sunroom, maybe with hopes that I can maybe get a bloom or get some fruits a little bit before that I would typically get on the outside. I do have plants outside in the ground from last year that will also produce, but these babies I'm going to keep inside for now. And then when it warms up, then I can go ahead and move them outside. And let's see. All right. And that looks so pretty. They look so happy. Look at that. I still have my pajama pants on. I don't even care. All right, I'm gonna get all 5 of these done, and then we'll come back and talk about the seeds that I'm gonna go ahead and start on paper towels. I've got me a little baggie ready, and I'll show what some of those look like already in their paper towels. So let's get the rest of these done, and I'll be back. All right, so I've got my strawberries planted in their little planters. I'll have to maybe kind of rotate that throughout the day so everybody gets a good amount of sun. But now let's talk about the seeds that I'm getting ready to start on paper towels. This is 10 weeks before our average last frost date. I'll be checking the weather, and hopefully at the 9-week mark, I might be able to get stuff in the ground if I got a good 10-day ahead of schedule frost-free time period. But for now, let's just say 10 weeks. So whenever I'm starting seeds, one thing I'm going to start this year, and I've been thinking a lot about it, is herbal medicine. So I have got some things like calendula, lilac. I'm going to do rosemary. I'm going to take walks and look for weeds. There's plantain that you can use. Comfrey is another big one that you can use to make salves. I'm also going to look into maybe buying a couple of elderberry plants, because you have to have at least 2 to pollinate each other for some herbal medicine throughout the winter months, the cold season. and the previous ones that I just mentioned, like plantain and comfrey and calendula, feverfew, things like that, you can put into a salve and make, you know, they can help. Yarrow is another one that I'm growing. Yarrow, for example, is amazing at stopping bleeding if you have a cut. Put some yarrow on there and it will stop the bleeding pretty quickly. And comfrey is for pain, plantain as well, and to promote healing. So I'm going to be growing things like that. Feverfew is good for headache and fever. So there's quite a few things that I'm going to kind of experiment with. So I've ordered some things online from Baker Creek and Amazon, and I'm waiting for those seeds to arrive. But for now, anyways, let's talk about things that we're getting ready to start. The first I've got here is lilac. You have to cold stratify this, and I'm trying 2 different things with this lilac. A few days ago, I put some seeds on a wet paper towel and put those in the refrigerator. I have 3 types of lilac that I'm growing. There's True, Lady Lavender, and Munstead Lavender. But this is some that I just left in the freezer overnight in a wet paper towel, and I took them out the next day, and I'm seeing if they will, how long it will take them, or if they will germinate. But I've heard it can take up to a month for lavender to germinate. So we're leaving those in a damp paper towel in a Ziploc bag, and it's only been a week. So I'm going to give this at least 3 more weeks to see what happens. And then at that point, then I can take the other ones out of the refrigerator that's been in there for a month to cold stratify, and they're wet paper towels and Ziploc bags. I know I have black pineapple written on this, but I know what this is. We'll see which process works with that. Lilac has a low germination rate, so that's why I'm starting quite a bit. This is my Tomatia Verde, Giganta Verde that I started. These are taking a little long to germinate. You just have them in a wet paper towel if you do it this way. I like doing this better than putting them in pot and soil with the domes. So I can see my progress. But I mean, you can see they are germinating, and I need to put these 3 that's on here in little pot and soil trays today. So that'll be something I gotta do. Whenever you do Tomatias, you need at least 2 plants because they are not self-fertile. They have to pollinate each other. So I always say if you're going to do Tomatias, grow at least 3 plants in case one dies and you have 2 to spare, and then those 2 can pollinate. If you have all 3, then that's good. You'll have 3 plants full of Tomatias. So next, what I'm getting ready to start is, and this is on the wet paper towels, I'm going to go ahead and start my blue spice basil. I'm going to look and see if there's any medicinal things I can do with basil in addition to cooking. I think there is, but I'll look and see. I know rosemary you can, but I'm just going to wait and buy rosemary from the store. I'm not going to start it from home. I'm going to go ahead and start some of these. Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm going to wait on these because this is a vining plant. It says start it in April, so we'll wait and start these in April. I'm going to start, whoops, I've got them mixed up. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and start some zinnias. I'm going to start some now and then maybe start some more later. I have these lime orange. I have queen lime red. I have queen lime blush. Aren't those beautiful? If I can have at least some blooming, starting to bloom early, and then, you know, in about 2 or 3 more weeks, I'll go ahead and start the other half. So I'm only going to do half seeds now and half seeds later. The same thing with marigolds. I started some marigolds 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to go ahead and start a little more marigolds now as well. But I'm also going to do, let's see, this I'm going to start in a couple weeks. This is Gomphrena. Let's move the things that it's going to take. So I'm looking at the number of days to yield. So for example, like this is a 55 to 70 day yield. So I'm going to wait a couple weeks before I start this. But what I'm going to grow with these, I think it's going to look kind of cool, is these. Aren't those cute? Like purple and yellow balls. So I'm going to grow those together. But these, it only says 55 to 70 days to be flowering. This says 110. So because this says 110, that's like double from the Gumfrinas. So I'm going to go ahead and start these now too on seeds. And hopefully by the time these are starting to bloom and I wait a little later and start these, then they'll start blooming at the same time. I'm also going to do these. These are absolutely beautiful for as a dried flower. Not the flower that's beautiful, dry. Well, the flower is beautiful, but the seed pods from these are so pretty. If you have those in a dried arrangement, it's like a ball, and these spindly, they're really pretty spindly leaves and stems that comes up around this elongated seed ball. So I'm going to grow those mainly for the drying purposes. So one of these, this one right here, is 65 to 75 days. So I'm going to wait a couple weeks on this one. This one says 85 days. I might go ahead and start one of these. This one right here that says 85 now, and then in a couple weeks start these. So I wanted to do a quick interception here to show what those Love in a Mist do look like as a dried flower. That's the seed pods, but they're absolutely stunning. And then I've got me some, a couple of things that I will be growing for for my herbal garden, the chamomile and the lemon balm. But that's the seeds that I'm going to go ahead and start now on wet paper towels and Ziploc bags. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I need to go and experiment with my spacers I got for my espalier trees and my vase pruned trees. I want to say trees, the fruit trees out there. So I'm going to test out the things that I got off of Temu to see how they work on these trees and how they, if they work. So I'll take you along for that. And if you like it, you can get them on Temu. I just looked up tree spacers and I found both products with that search. And you can get them on Amazon too if you don't feel comfortable with Temu. Walmart probably has them, I'd say. But let's get started on, actually I want to do this last. I won't do this on camera because I will bore you to death. But we'll go ahead and get the tree stuff done. These were called plant benders, or plant stem benders, and these are spacers, tree limb spacers. Okay, so it took me forever to figure these little guys out, but with the tree limb spacer, and I took a limb that I cut off my trees whenever I pruned them, and you just take whatever limb you want out and you prop it like that. There you go. See that? So that's the tree limb spacers. What? Come here. Come on. Come on. You guys see what I'm doing? Okay. So for the tree limb benders, these I could not figure it out. I was like, how in the world? I had to go back and look at the website, but they come in pieces like this. So at first I was trying to do that on the limb, and I was like, this ain't working. But that's not how you do it. You do it like that, depending on how you want to angle your limb. If you want it to go down further, you can do it like that. And they're kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but see the shapes, how it catches into this frame. So let's try it on one of these limbs right here. Daisy, you are making this hard, baby. Okay, we'll try on this, let's try on this limb right here. So, Daisy. So that would be going up. So bear with me. I'll figure it out. And then there we go. I need that to go down a little bit more. This is a process to learn. Maybe it's upside down. Heck. I'm about to get it, y'all. There we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. You're learning with me. See that? Is that not cool? It will keep that, it will train that limb to go out. And throughout the course of the season, as this limb would continue to grow and go up, you can take another one or move this one because this limb should already be starting to get trained out that direction. So let's try with a bigger one. I got to remember how to do this. You want it like that. Okay, Daisy, honey, hold on, let me put the dog down. So one thing is probably do like smaller limbs, thinner limbs, because I don't know about these thicker ones. Ooh, it did work. Look at that. But it popped it off, yeah. So definitely I'd probably have to see if they have a bigger size for these bigger limbs. So you want to get them when they're little like this, and you can work with them a little bit better. Like that. See, that's perfect for these little thin limbs. See how that bent that out? Isn't that neat? So definitely I'd have to look in to see if they have bigger sizes of these for the thicker limbs, but definitely for limbs like this size, it works. All right, so that's what those do. Okay, here's one that I use those spacers on to put those limbs out. And the little green ones, I want to have to wait till we get fresh limbs because I'm afraid it's going to break these brown limbs. Okay, so the last thing I need to do today is transplant a rose. Let's get that done. Up, 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 up. You gonna watch me, big babies? What? You gonna come and help me, Bubbles? This is going to officially be my little rose garden. You want to come get a worm? Huh? I know you want to. You gonna let her get all the worms? Look for worms. Guys, listen, I can't do my job here. Are you guys talking it out? Who gets it? That's a big one. Watch out, we gotta go this way. Can I get in here? You're gonna get some in your face. Guys. Watch out. Alright. I'm gonna go get the other one. You guys do my construction work. Hey, Bubbles. Where's Mom? Where's Mom at? She's over there getting a rose. What you doing over here? Hey. Bubbles. Get away. It's my dirt hole. Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. Now where was I? What is down in here? Smells like fresh dirt. I like dirt. Get away, chicken. Oh gosh, here comes Mom.
Yoda, what are you doing?
Nothing, I swear, Mom. I'm just looking at stuff.
Are you helping, Mommy? Oh, okay. These roses, you gotta bury them like that deep. And I got these from Tractor Supply and Lowe's, and I got some from David Austin Roses and Jackson and Perkin Roses. Just a little bit of variety of everything. Yoda, please do not dig stuff back up. Please, dude. You got caught red-handed, didn't you, buddy? Hi, honey. Okay. Daisy, what are you doing? Guys, what are you doing? I'm stuck. Stinky butt. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Okay, this is various roses planted. Yoda, do not. Hey, don't. Hey. And I took 5 of these up from the front yard because I want to use that space up front for probably the cherry bushes. So I'm just going to make this the official big rose bed. Okay, that concludes all the work that I got done today. We had a lot to talk about today. And I guess just kind of ride it out for the next couple of weeks until I can plant some more seeds. And hopefully the seeds that I started in the wet paper towels today will be ready within, the week or two, and I'll have those planted at the next update. But thanks for watching. Bye.